right, we're headed into Sacramento because one of the things we need for our campsites is a picnic table. You can't have a campsite without a place to put your frozen chicken and marshmallows. So I was looking up a bunch of ads. There's a lot of people willing to make picnic tables, and the more you order, you know, the cheaper the price. But the cheapest I found was getting a 5-foot picnic table for about $150, which is pretty good. And I think that was made out of your lower grade redwood and maybe Doug fir. And so if I was gonna order 20 of them, I was probably gonna get it hopefully for like $140. But that would also take like a month to make. We're about 6 weeks out from the party, so I just didn't want to pull the trigger yet because that was gonna be over $2,000. And I was just hoping in the back of my mind someone would, you know, be selling like a commercial lot of tables from a business that went under or something. And that's exactly what I came across. Apparently, I think it's from Cal Expo, you know, the big event venue center where they have the fair and whatnot. Well, they had about 40 tables, and now they have about 20 left. And I don't know if you guys use Facebook Marketplace. It's kind of weird because I think some people don't know how to list, and it'll say, oh, shipping available, and they live like across the country, and yet they had no intentions to ship it to you across the country. This ad was kind of like that, and I saw people commented that they wanted some, and there was no reply back to those people. So I thought, oh man, I'm not gonna have a chance. It was a week ago, they're probably sold. And sure enough, as I was telling Tara the same thing this morning, they messaged me and they said, we have about 20 left, you can have them if you want them. And I said, sweet. And I think it said if you buy more than one, they'll sell them for $47 a piece. That is a screaming deal because they are the metal picnic tables, you know, with a plastic or metal aluminum top. So I'm gonna see, they had a picture in it. I'll see if I can post it, but they're you know, different colors, so we'll probably paint them all like a cedar color or something. But now I don't have to worry about wooden legs rotting. Back when I was getting price quotes for wooden benches to be made, I was trying to get a price that was untreated, unstained, so I could get it cheap as possible, and then I was going to do that myself. The time to build them is what I was trying to get after, so someone building them was going to be worth the money, and then I could quickly spray coat them. But this is even better because they're already assembled, and we just need to paint them all a solid color, because right now I think they're like red, blue, green, you know, all this weird stuff. So I'm really stoked. We're getting it for a deal, half what we originally budgeted to spend, but I'm solo, so it's gonna be a lot of work, I think, to load these up. Nothing I'm not used to, so let's get after it. Well, we're back here at my shop, and here are the tables. I bought 23 of them. I got the price down to $40 a table, which is really good, but I was kind of reluctant to actually go through with the transaction because when I got there, let me just say, I'm really good at finding deals, but sometimes it happens to the best of us where pictures look better than real life. So when I got there, he said there was a little rust here and there on some of them, but as you can see, there is a good amount of rust on not all of them, and it is a thicker steel. I think it's probably 10 or 12 gauge. So they also, which I knew in the pictures, they painted, and so, you know, a lot of it will come off easy, but they put 2 layers on most of the tables. So I'm thinking, I was standing there thinking, all right, wait a minute. So I'm paying $40 a table, and it's going to take how much time to pressure wash them, and then hopefully the pressure wash will come out really good and take off all the paint and I could leave them as is. Or my backup plan was to paint them with like a tan color. I think that would look good if we're putting them on the fake grass. But, you know, pressure wash by themselves, by itself probably won't do the complete trick. I'm probably going to need to add a media like, well, sandblast them, so that I can get more, that'll help to get the paint off, not just water by itself. I'm going to get my pressure washer out of my shop. We'll pressure wash them. Hopefully I can get everything off, and then I'm not too invested. I already have a pressure washer. So in the future though, I would love to have or make some nice redwood tables, but our party is in like a month and a half, so I don't have much time. So this will do the trick. Oh, I just want them to be a little better, but whatever. They'll work. They'll do the trick. So what you see in front of me is not just regular sand, it's sand that's dry for sandblasting. And I'm not feeling too confident that this will work. I just want to see how well it will do. I already know I would need a bigger machine, but based on how it works using my small 3500 psi pressure washer, will determine whether I want to go bigger. So right now I'm just getting all the sand ready, getting my little wand, and then Jeremy's about to help me set up. All right. Yep. Okay, ready? You see it going in there? Oh, I saw a little sand there. There you go, now it's coming. Yeah.
That's gonna take forever.
Yeah. I just wanted to see how it would work.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice if it had more pressure and you could use one of those wide spray tips, but the sand would eat up the spray.
Oh.
Because it's coarse, you know. They give you like this ceramic something or other in there.
What do you think, like a belt sander on this fucker?
Yeah, I was thinking that, but that creates too much heat. It's got to be really quick. Kind of like, have you ever seen a paint stripper that is got fingers on it? It's like a wheel, so that it's just a very instantaneous contact instead of like a bunch of friction, you know, which can heat up and melt. So that type of stripping process is a thought of mine. And then also I read that if you use rubbing alcohol, you put the rubbing alcohol on it and put plastic on it and wait 5 to 10 minutes, it should like soften the paint so that you can pressure wash it off possibly. That or rubbing alcohol, or the other one was not acetone, that's way too harsh.
Denatured alcohol.
Vinegar, white vinegar. They say if you warm up vinegar and do the same thing with that, spray it and then put the plastic on it so it doesn't evaporate fast. And so I was telling her, you know, we could try that out, lay like 5 tables out in the sun, but put plastic on them so they're warming up, and then peel one off at a time and see.
Well, you can get too. You can get more concentrated vinegar, 20% vinegar, because that's what my mom uses for weed spray.
Oh.
So if you try a little bit of vinegar and it's working okay,
yeah,
then we can probably get that stuff and it'll probably work better.
Oh.
I don't know how much it costs.
Okay.
That's what they use as weed killer because they don't want to pound it.
Hey, look, like dog, like father. You dirty head, you dirty head, huh? Good boy, good boy. Well, it's almost game time. We have 2 days before people start showing up. It's Wednesday, people are gonna come Friday, and the party's actually Saturday. So, progress so far, we got pool being algacited and cleaned and maintained, filters cleaned. We got signs ready to be posted, but what just got completed were all the tables that got set in the campsites. And then we put, Tara and the girls put tablecloths on them. They set them all up, and now she's getting posts made for the signs. And what we decided to use were pressure treated 2x4x10s cut in half. Then we're gonna put a sharp point on them. We're gonna treat the bottoms with extra copper naphthenate or, you know, wood preserve. They'll go 18 inches in the ground. They'll probably be at 3.5 feet high. And we're gonna go around and stake those into the ground. And then we just got back this morning with a bunch of railroad ties, 20 footers, that we're gonna cut up and make the official horseshoe pits. We're gonna have 2 of them right over there. A bunch of games are gonna be over there. So we are hustling. Jeremy's marking out the horseshoe pits right now, making sure they're willing to do competition length. Competition length from stake to stake is 40 feet, which sounds like a lot. So he's gonna do a couple toss swings with Linnell and see if they want to swing that far. Ain't that right, woman?
We'll see which way they swing.
Oh. Should you what?
Not cut all of these until I know which ones can go on trees? Might return or reuse?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'd at least cut 3/4, or you go around and do those real quick. The ones that we're thinking for the one campsites or the few campsites that have a tree right up front center, or we think it's fitting to put it by the electrical outlet, we'll put a sign on the tree by that. But if not, then we need to stake it. So, all right, let's do this. And one thing I forgot to mention was, you think we would have done this a long time ago between all our free time, is we planned all, or marked out all the campsites, but we just eyeballed them. And now we have an official trailer here to test them out, because you know, you gotta be able to back in or pull in or turn out or whatever. So I'm gonna take ours. Tara has it all cleaned up for her father to use. So I'm gonna take it around to most campsites. I mean, basically there's a handful or a few that I think might be questionable about what size of trailer we can get in there. So I'm gonna pull this around right now and see if it'll actually fit. So let's get rolling. This is a tricky campsite because this is the end of the loop, and as you saw, I had to pull up to the fence and then back in. So now I'm wondering how hard it will be to get out of here, because I gotta make one wide turn to get out. So this might be no trailers over 20-foot rule, unless they're a pro at parking. Okay, I think this is one of the last sketchy campsites to get into, but it's not that bad. And again, you know, recorders don't show grade very well, but that's about, I don't know, 7% grade. And so you got to come in off the gravel road over there and come up and then pull up the hill real quick and then back in. And then that's where I guess I could pull up a little more, and then we left the little wood chips on the ground so you can get out of your door and come up here, and you have room to set up a tent if you want. So everything's looking pretty good. That campsite is called Vulture Gulch, and Tara's father is going to actually have that one, and we're going to park our toy hauler for him in it. He made a wine called Vulture's Gulch, and we thought that's perfect because you can see in the distance there's kind of a gulch in there, and we're pretty stoked about it. It's got a little car wheel barbecue in it. So that's where he'll be, and yeah, I'm actually pretty stoked. So far the campsites with a full-size Chevy extended cab, 6-foot bed, and a 26-foot toy hauler, I think I can get in pretty much most campsites. There's only a couple where it's probably best if you detach and park your car somewhere else. But other than that, pretty legit for I think we have 22 campsites developed. All right, let's get working on some other stuff, like electrical. All right, it's crunch time. We have a day before people show up. It's Thursday, people are gonna show up Friday. Saturday's the party. So I'm trying to run around and get these electrical covers assembled here. We got a new commercial 20 amp outlet put on, and then I have to carve out the slot a little bit to put the new recreational 30 amp plug. It barely fits, and then we'll clean them up, make sure the breakers are working, slap these on, clean the terminals, and then test them real quick. So it's middle of the day right now. I gotta hurry up. And over here, I'll show you progress real quick on horseshoe pits. Jeremy's going madhouse on it. He cut all the railroad ties last night, burned up a couple blades probably in the action.
Burned up one for sure. I had to sharpen it 4 times.
Yeah.
The problem is with these railroad ties, when they've been used, there's little rocks in there because where the tie plates are at, they drive stakes in there and they're in the ballast. And the ballast, there's little rocks in there. They get in there, you can hit one little rock and your blade's done for. And so, you know.
And you still need to buy a good blade or have a good blade, because if you have a crappy one, it's hard to get through this dense stuff with, what is the outside, creosote? Creosote, yeah, creosote. Yeah, so now he's putting on some copper naphthenate or wood preserve so we can protect, you know, make it go for the long haul, because we want this campground to last forever. And we decided to put one pit here and then another pit on that side of the trees, because originally we were thinking 2 side by side, but we were worried about, you know, someone having a few too many and then hitting someone's ankles. So we're gonna have a tree of space.
We're not pros around here. We drink a lot of beer.
Yeah, we might get in some other competitions. So yeah, rock and roll, that's awesome. He's gonna have that dilly-dallying. We got sand ready for it. We got a bag of sand. It's cheaper to get that at Lowe's. It's like, how much was that bag of sand?
Well, it's 30 bucks for the sand and then 15 extra for the deposit on the bag.
On the bag, so you gotta rent that bag, bring it back, you'll get your deposit. And we had some extra sand I brought over because we have 4 pits to fill, so that will do it. And then we'll use these other railroad ties for now to help line out some parking spots, because when you're trying to park at night, it's a little dark, a little hard to see the perimeter and where to drive. We're used to it, obviously, because we live here, but I'm trying to think about if it was my first time here. It's definitely confusing, right, Jeremy?
Yeah, it's got the ground so clear that you can't really see exactly where the roads are at. It gets you turned around.
Yeah, it gets you turned around. So, all right, let's get back to work. As you can imagine, we have a ton of loose ends to still take care of, but my brother's flying in tonight. Tara's father's coming in the morning, and they're going to help us finish up a lot of the loose ends. And I loved watching these Anatolian Shepherds. They're my friends. He's going to pick them up on Saturday, but I was curious about their breed because we will get dogs in the future, and these are more of a herd guard dog from what we read. But yes, very nice dogs, different than the German Shepherds I've had before, and hope you guys like seeing them. And thanks for watching. Your viewership helps our channel support veterans, trails, and charities each quarter. So thanks for that. And look forward to the party. There's a special surprise. So, do work!